to go across to Ananya Bhatnagar, who joins us for more. Ananya, you're at the Al-Falah University. Al-Falah is being spoken of so heavily because it holds the largest piece of the puzzle. 3 doctors, including Dr. Omar, who is believed to be the driver of the I-20 that exploded day before yesterday, all of them linked to Al-Falah University. Tell us what you make of the CCTV footage of the moments of blast that have been captured very clearly, and if the picture gets any clearer with that of Dr. Omar, because if his identification comes through, a lot of questions are going to be answered on who is responsible and what the real story was.
Well, absolutely, the investigators would look into whether it was Dr. Umar or not. And that is something, that piece of evidence that has been gathered, and we have also managed to access that particular CCTV footage, would actually make and bring us a clearer picture as to whether Dr. Omar was the one who was actually driving that particular car. But if I show you around, this is the Al-Falah University. In fact, if I ask my camera person Ravi Ranjan to show you, right inside, in fact, this particular university looks like a eerie road, but this is from where everything had actually started. This is that eerie road from where that particular vehicle, that I-20 car, which had in fact exploded at the Red Fort, was spotted first, and from there it had travelled a long distance to Red Fort. The Red Fort is almost 30 to 40 kilometers from 40 to 45 kilometers from here, and that particular distance being covered by in fact that particular car. And the largest piece of puzzle, as you rightly pointed out, is in fact inside the Al-Falah universities. All of these professors were in fact a part of the Al-Falah University. They used to stay here as well, and that is exactly how the investigation actually began from Al-Falah University itself. So very clearly at this particular juncture, this is the university that remains to be at the focal point of in fact the whole controversy, and very clearly the investigators are looking into it. And as you were pointing out, the doctors at the LNJP hospital are struggling to identify the dead bodies, though until yesterday there were over 9 dead bodies that were there. 8 had been identified. The 9th one, which seems to be in a much desecrated state, can only be done after DNA analysis, and it is said that it is being believed that it is the body of Umar, or the person who was actually driving that particular car which exploded on the evening of Monday. And also one clear picture that comes to also play is the kind of use of Telegram app, and how this encrypted app and groups on this particular app were the point of conspiracy. And if Telegram is to be believed, we have seen various terror modules that more and more these encrypted applications are being used, because they are very, very tough to trace, and only if you have anybody's phone, it is very, very difficult, almost impossible to actually trace down these Telegram conversations. That is exactly why such apps are actually used by in fact these people who actually plan these sinister plans. And very clearly, the investigation in this matter has been handed over to the National Investigation Agency. The initial FIR that has been registered comes with charges of in fact the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, also with the certain sections of the Explosives Act, because it was an explosion that had taken place. Section 16 and 18 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, of the UAPA. Section 16 is with regards to terrorist activities. If a person or a group of persons actually try in fact to hit at the sovereignty and the integrity of the nation, then Section 16 is something that is invoked if at all they try to strike fear in the minds of people. Section 18 talks about the punishment for conspiracy, and it is with regards to if at all a sinister plan has been created or executed, then Section 18 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act comes into the play. And these are the kind of stringent sections under one of the most stringent laws in the country, the UAPA. These people have been booked. 30 days is in fact a period for which the police can actually seek their custody. The National Investigation Agency conducting its investigation. What happens next is something only time can tell us. Prithvi.
In fact, just minutes ago, Ananya, we also saw an NI team just leave this area. So NI investigations on in full swing. Speaking of which, let's shift our focus to more breaking news that's just